And now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. This portion of the show is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Rancho Leonero, where your wildest Baja dreams come true. Maui Jim Sunglasses, the choice of the best captains. Shimano Rods and Reels, fish with the best. Shimano. And by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Here we go. Another great hour of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. Here's Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Welcome back. Hour number 2. Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Pete Gray here with Rock Cod Rick Maxa with Captain Ryan Bostian from the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing. Wow, what a perfect guy and a perfect time of the year to have here. The last weekend in July, headed into August. Yes, August 1st, next
Crazy.
Saturday.
Wow.
And, yeah.
And it's
here
biting.
we go. And it's biting. You know, well, it's biting when it wants to, right?
There you go.
It's going to start really biting any minute.
Yeah, I would say the most impressive thing about this year is just the amount of fish that is around.
Yeah.
Talk to all the sport boat guys that are out there every single day. And it's like a broken record on the radio. Everyone is talking about, holy smokes, look at the sign of fish around.
Yeah.
You know, if it ever starts biting, it is going to be phenomenal.
And close.
Close, yeah. And don't get me wrong, there's been great fishing. But compared to what we're seeing, they're not biting yet.
Yeah.
And we know that because we know what fish can do when they really start biting. The one area or body of biting fish that we have seen this year was that yellowtail fishing we had at the islands about a month ago. Those were some biters. We would slide on a school, and sometimes we'd see the school in the water with our eyes, and it looked like there was maybe 100 fish in the school, and we'd have a stop for 80. So
Whoa.
Those are biting. That's biting fish. You
Yeah.
know? When fish are not in the biting mode, you'll slide on a school of 100 fish and catch 1 or 2 or 5. You know, their mode's a little off, but those things were so aggressive.
They are aggressive. Yeah.
Everybody was commenting on it. You know, the long-range boats were stopping in there, and you know, Brian Kiyahara on the American Angler, he'd go around on a sonar ball and throw slow ones of sardines, and the whole school would chase after one sardine.
One sardine.
Yeah, they were in the right mode.
Wow.
That's what we need those offshore fish to
Yeah,
start
and
doing.
it's just that switch could turn on at any moment today.
At any time.
Yeah.
Something happens in their little brain, and they go into the right mode for catching.
For catching.
Yeah.
So if you have a trick planned here in the next week or so,
Yep.
it's game time.
Yeah, it is.
In the next month or so, in the next 2 months, maybe 3 months.
Who knows how long it's
Yeah.
going to go on. Yeah, yesterday we were fishing in some 75-degree
Oh,
water.
No way.
Yeah, 75 degrees in the afternoon.
How many wahoo are you going to catch on the San Diego this year?
I just want one.
Yeah. Did you guys get one last year?
We did not.
Okay.
We did not. We put back some marauders one day, big marauders that we got from the tackle shop. John Yamati and Mike Gogger set me up, and the first day we put them out, within the first 10 minutes of them being out there, we got a strike. I went, all right, we got ourselves a wahoo, about a 12-pound bonita.
No! My.
Ate
Wow.
our giant bright orange marauder.
Oh, man. But they're out there. It wouldn't
The
be
Malahini caught 2 last year.
2, yeah. Locally.
At the Coronado Islands.
The guys were spearing them, too, right off Pukey Point.
Roy Rose on the Royal Polaris,
Yeah.
leaving on like a 7-day trip, put his marauders out, you know, on the border, just driving down the flats where we fish sand bass. He got one, right?
Yeah.
You know,
The IB Flats.
the
And
IB
the
flats.
conditions are better this year than last year, would you say?
They certainly look better for catching a wahoo.
Yeah.
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 The water's very warm. I would say that we're seeing more fish right now this year than we did at last year at this time.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you look,
fun year.
I was telling you guys, Noah put out a picture of El Nino 91, El Nino 2015, and this El Nino's so much bigger than that one. And
Crazy.
remember what happened then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one, for sure. Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. A lot to talk about.
Boy, you're not kidding, and we'd love to have you participate. Again, it's been a very busy morning. If you want to get through, we literally just had 2 calls drop off. The phones have been packed all morning long, so if you want to get through, first time we've had an open phone line since the show started at 858-457-10 1090. Again, 858-457-1090 is open right now. We also have a toll-free line. It's all packed up. There's going to be plenty of shots to get you through. That one's 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. Not only talking about all this great fishing on the San Diego, we're going to give away a chance for somebody to get to go participate in it. One lucky caller at the end of the show today is going to get to go fishing with Captain Ryan Bostian and the boys on the San Diego and get in on this great fishing that's already going on this season.
Indeed.
We're going to jump right back into the phones, and we're going to start it off with Jim, calls from Poway. It's our friend Jim from Poway Valley Collision. What's up, Jim?
Morning, Jim.
What's going on, Ricky, Pete, Captain Ryan?
Good morning,
How you
Jim.
doing?
Good. Just wanted to give you a little report from yesterday, private boater. As Captain Ryan said, you can throw a piece of bubble gum off. Well, I threw the crust of my sandwich off, and we had a fish boil all around the boat.
Nice.
No way.
Dude, it was sick. We busted off busted a rod. We ended up getting 3 on the boat, took them over to Rosie at Fisherman's Processing, and going down to pick up tuna burgers and sushi rolls today, or sushi steaks.
That's rad, right?
They were all
Jim.
yellowfin tuna, Jim?
All yellowfin tuna. We were talked to Rick on Friday night, talked to Doug on Friday night. It was short of Rick's numbers, but same general area, 14 miles straight out of Mission Bay. And everybody's running over them, trying to go through them, trolling. I just looked at Jimmy and Mary and said, all right, we're going to shut the motor off. We sat there for 2 hours. We were on our way back in by 12 o'clock. Had the boat on the trailer at 1 and over at Fisherman's Processing by 2.
So
That's
the
cool.
the hot technique was just to turn the boat off and just sit
drift.
there and drift.
Yeah, it was total plunker bite. They were, Rick, you can look on Instagram. I can't put it on the air because there's a lot of cussing, but there was fish boiling all around the boat.
Nice.
It was insane. It wasn't epic. I mean, we only got 3 on the boat, but what that means for later on this season, I have no idea, but it looked awesome yesterday. I've never seen anything like it.
That's so cool.
Gotta love it.
Good for you guys, Jim.
Great.
That's awesome.
Congratulations. How's everything at Poway Valley Collision?
Doing good. Rainstorm kind of packed us up for a little bit, but we got all that worked out. And I hate to see what El Nino is going to do to us this year.
Well, I guess.
Talk about booking up and being appointments weeks out.
Yeah, indeed. Well, Jim, congratulations on a nice trip, and thanks for the fish report. And again,
Awesome.
If you guys have something wrong, you need something fixed on your car, nobody does it better than Poway
That's
Valley
the spot.
Collision. You can link that right through our website, hookup1090.com. Click on Call Jim and Mary and talk fishing and get your car fixed.
Exactly.
And they will, I'm telling you, they give special deals to fishermen. So check them out. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim. All right, let's jump back into the phones. Talk to Doug. Doug's calling us from San Diego this morning. Hi, Doug. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hi, this is Doug from Montebello.
All right, on,
it's
Doug. Good morning.
From Montebello, of all people.
Yeah, I was wondering, how much does it cost for their usual maintenance on the boat every year?
On a boat like the San Diego?
Yeah.
You can. I pretty much budget $50,000 a year on maintenance.
Yeah.
Now you could spend $150, no problem, without even trying. You know, this year's going to be a big one. We need to paint the whole boat, haul the boat out of the water. But
How much does it cost to paint the whole boat?
oh man, there's a lot of different ways to do it. There's the way a lot of guys do it, where you can get you and your 2 deckhands out with the sanders, and it takes a long time to do it. And a route like that's probably going to cost you $10,000, or you can do it the way a lot of guys are doing it now, taking it to a boatyard and just letting the boatyard do it, and that's probably going to cost you $40,000.
Wow, just the paint job.
Just to paint the boat.
Wow.
But it's done really quick, and it's done right. So you have to kind of weigh the options. Do I need to get back on the water and get fishing, or do I have 2 months to let me and my crew tinker around on this boat and get it painted? You know? So
Bottom line, if you're looking at investing into a sport boat and being a professional captain, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a very difficult, very hard business, and there's a lot of guys that make it, and there's a lot of guys that don't make it.
I hear people say that all the time. Oh, these guys are making so much money. If you really want to see, take a look at the parking lot and see the vehicle that every sport boat operator drives down to the boat, because everybody's got a truck that's 15 years old. You know what I mean? It's not.
It probably looks good to the outsider. Holy smokes, 50 people on the boat every day at $150 a head. It probably looks good, but there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that people don't see, and you know, not all that money goes to the boat. And
you got to pay the city. You've got to pay the bait company. You've got to pay this guy. You got to pay that guy.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
insurance.
Yeah, insurance.
Pay the landing. It's definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme.
No,
far from it.
But it's a fun way to make a living, though.
It is. It's a great way to make a living. But it's risky.
Yeah.
It's risky as all heck.
Fish don't bite every year.
Fish don't bite every year. It's long hours. It's hard work.
Yeah,
but
it is.
It can be done.
Yeah, indeed. And you do it very well, Ryan.
Thank you.
Amongst the best.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot for the call this morning. Rick Jensen from Sport Fishing Financial is on the line. What's up, Rick?
Hey, listening in, I hear the stories about seeing a lot more fish than catching them. I think everybody's experienced a little bit of that, but Rick, every time he goes out, he catches bigger fish than everybody.
I wish that was the case. I would love it if that was the
Every time.
Every time he posts it, looks like it. But we've been getting into them real good up here out of Dana Point, as you know. So the last couple long days of fish cleaning, I'm very excited about a vacation away from everything. I'm gonna head 40 miles down south to San Diego, put a rehab on my tackle, go out on the Islander, and hopefully give Rosie and Sean some business and not clean any fish this time.
There you go. Yeah, that's the way. Especially with the new fillet regulations going into effect, fishermen's processing is going to be very busy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, bringing them into them without putting a knife on them and taking them home in bags is going to be a lot of fun. We put in a lot of work the last couple of days.
How many days of fishing you going to do on the Islander?
We're heading out tonight and coming back Wednesday morning, so we'll be full days, 2.5 days tomorrow and Tuesday going after them.
Oh, that'll be fun. Good
cool,
time.
Rick. Well, good luck.
Good. Have you been taking your customers out there on fishing out there?
Yeah, we went out. We got a little quick morning out of Dana on Thursday on my boat, and then again on Friday. And boy, we had no more room for fish by 10 o'clock in the morning both days.
How far off the beach?
The closest was 3.97 miles, but we had to go out to 5 the other day as well.
Oh, all the way to 5 miles.
Jeez.
Long range.
Yeah.
Putting in the miles.
That's pretty amazing. Well, Rick, I know you've been taking care of a lot of our listeners out there with their financial needs and helping them make some money in their investments and stuff like that. If somebody wants to talk to you about going fishing and making some money, how do they do it?
Yeah, always on the web at sportfishingfinancial.com or give us a ring. I won't be picking up the phone Monday or Tuesday since I'm on vacation in San Diego here, but 949-481-1807.
All right, Rick. Good luck on the Islander. Have a great trip. Thanks for the report.
Okay, guys. Take care.
All right. Very good. Hey, get ready for the next San Diego County Ford Dealer Live Remote from Dana Landing in Mission Bay, Saturday, August 8th. That's 1 week from next Saturday, 7 to 9 a.m. It's our third San Diego County Shimano Ford Dealer Casting Contest. A chance to qualify for the big prize. That's a trip for one to Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska, including round-trip ticket from San Diego to Sitka on Alaska Airlines, 4 nights lodging at Kingfisher and 3 days of fishing, and, of course, that incredible Kingfisher Charters fish processing. You can also win a trip on the Blackjack, that great 4-pack from Dana Landing, and Shimano Rods and Reels, Maui Jim's gift cards, AFCO clothing, and whether you make the cast or not, random winner plus the casting winner is going to go in to win one of the 8 prizes, which includes that trip to Kingfisher Charters on Alaska Airlines. And Gary the Prize Cowboy is going to be giving away tons of stuff. Come on down. That's a week from next Saturday, August 8th, live from Dana Landing, right on Mission Bay there. I know Ron's going to have a bunch of kayaks demo in the water there. Steven's going to have a sale going on at Dana Landing there with lots of stuff. Johnny's already running around with his price tags, taking stuff off there. So that's 7 to 9 a.m., Saturday, August 8th. Big event, courtesy of Alaska Airlines and Kingfisher Charters. Rules and details can be seen on our guest page at hookup1090.com.
All right, well, hey, it's time to find out what's going on out there. It's time for our fishdope.com report with a man, Captain Dave Hansen. And today, the Catch Report sponsored part by Gamakatsu Hooks, Japan's leading fish hook that sets the standard for quality and innovation, strength, and durability. It's the summer season, and the Gamakatsu Nautilus Circle Hook, it's a ring hook that sets the standard for it. It's a great hook, and it's the same standard that the J-hooks are the top quality. It's a very, very good gauge of wire size. That's what I like so much about that Gamakatsu hook, is you get the You get a good barb, a very sharp hook, a designer-style hook, but you don't have that ridiculously giant wire size.
Yep.
When you're not trying to catch a 200-pounder, you're fly lining for a sardine. Like Booger was saying, when you're trying to fish a small bait, not weight the bait down, a very good hook, that Gamakatsu live bait in the J and the Nautilus Circle, they're awesome hooks.
Perfect size hook.
And yeah, they don't
and
weigh
it can
everything
land
down.
a big fish.
That's it. It's the right design to help you catch your fish of a lifetime. For more information, get Gamakatsu hooks at your favorite tackle store. And let's talk to the man, your saltwater guide. Captain Dave Hansen's got our fishdope.com report. Good morning, Dave.
Hey, good morning, Rick, Pete, Ryan. Good morning.
Morning. Were your ears burning yesterday when Mark Wish was in here? We were talking about you.
Yeah, I even had the radio on. We were close enough to hear the radio, and I heard you guys talking about me. Thanks. Hey, guys, another incredible week of fishing. I know Ryan's been talking about it this morning. Just incredible fishing up and down the coast, really far off the beach, like 4 or 5 miles. It's just been incredible, guys. Every morning, fishing was really good this week until Saturday. It kind of hit a bump in the road. Might be the 500 or 600 boats on it. I don't know. But it kind of took a little bump yesterday. We're offshore here today. We're just inside of Avalon, and we're looking at lots of that big bluefin all over the place, jumping out of the water. There's 3 or 4 yachts here. We're all driving around looking at it. So far, it hasn't gotten together. Some big news that happened this week, though. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures of what Mr. Lasley got. His son was able to spear about a 230-pound bluefin. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures or not. They
Unreal.
got one 230, one 240. He says he takes it down. According to my old man, they're supposed to be potential world records of the biggest bluefin ever caught on our coast.
Wow.
And then Greg just know on his boat, he's up here from Cabo. He got a couple of those 150, 160 pounders on the kite right out in front of Dana Point 2 days ago. Brought him into the dock there. My dad was pretty impressed. He laid him on the dock there. My dad's landing and took a bunch of pictures. I was pretty impressed with a couple of 150-pound bluefin. Just incredible what's going on out here, guys. These bluefin aren't supposed to be here with this hot water, but you can't. You can throw all the history books in the trash because it doesn't make sense this year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Dave, of course, fishdope.com, you're reporting and keeping our listeners and all the people that are members of fishdope.com on track. If you're not a member, what's wrong with you? Come on. Get a membership to fishdope.com. $20 off an annual membership using the code Hookup Now, lowercase, no space. And Dave, we want to go fishing with you. How do we do that?
Hey, guys, if you'd like me to come with you on your boat and teach you how to do it and all that stuff, maybe in September I'll have a day on books until September. But I'd love to get with you and help you out. And if you're not a member of Fish, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, indeed. We're having trouble hearing you there, Dave, but yoursaltwaterguide.com on the web. Look up Dave. He's booked till September, like he says. But see him on Fish Dope all the time there, and you'll be set. Thanks a lot for the call, Dave. Talk to you next Sunday.
Appreciate the report. Hey, again, that report sponsored in part by Terrafin. Sea surface temperature charge. Terrafin charts give you the latest in water conditions, and they help you catch more fish and save fuel. Terrafin charts are helpful all year round to find the best water conditions. Check out the new and improved Terrafin Mobile for your Apple or Android device. Take Terrafin everywhere you go, all for the same low price. For more information, check Terrafin.com.
Check out this week's edition of Western Outdoor News, the Tuna Kahuna. Floyd Sparks on the front page with just a giant bluefin tuna he caught fishing with Pat McDonald. And I'll tell you how good that tuna fishing is. Even Pat McDonald caught one. That's how good it is.
You want to talk about the guy that had the week of weeks. So he caught that fish. It's on the cover of Western Outdoor News. And then 2 days later went out and caught a local broadbill swordfish.
Yeah, how about that?
That guy's having a pretty solid month.
And he's a good guy and a really good fisherman. Congratulations to Floyd there. But read all about it this week's edition of Western Outdoor News. Certainly very good.
All right. Well, hey, let's jump right back into the phones. They are packed solid. This time we're going to talk to Dan, who's calling us from Encinitas this morning. Good morning, Dan. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks, Dan.
I'm one of those look at the counts every day dorks, and I see the San Diego always out fishing these overnighters. And I know Ryan's got the instinct, and but we talked, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, about the gyros, and I know you guys work their asses off with those gyros. I see them, bombs away with those gyros. Is that a big game changer as it seems?
Yeah, they definitely help. You know, we don't always catch more than the overnight boats, that's for sure. But yeah, we try really hard, and we don't spare any expense if we think it can help us. Yeah. Whether it be sonar, gyros, up and down fish finder, engines, whatever. You know, we just do.
I mean, $15,000 in binoculars on the boat. You have a sonar that's worth about $30,000. Just those two pieces right there, right?
Yeah, and I made a decision a long time ago that if you're going to do this business, if this is what I'm going to do for a living, there's only one way to do it. It's like how you guys do your show. You got to go in head first. Right. You know. Don't try to do it right. Yeah.
The other thing that the San Diego has is, sure, they've got $15,000 worth of binoculars, but they've also got very experienced crew members that are looking through those things. I mean, the thing, like the unsung hero on your boat is the guys, too, that are working, yourself and the guys that are working with you. I mean, you guys have been there for, years, and the ones that haven't will be there for years. And, I mean, the crew that you guys have, it's outstanding. And
the crew is
very, very good fishermen.
When we're offshore, me as the captain, I'm trying to keep the boat in a position where we stand a chance of getting lucky the longest. So I'm trying to keep the boat in good water. I'm trying to keep the boat on edges that I like. And then it's up to the guys on the roof after that, unless it's sonar school fishing, But the way it's been the last couple of years where it's bird-related, it's the guys on the roof. It's Matt, it's Taro, it's Nick, it's Mike, it's all those guys that are finding these fish.
And then your fish handling, too, is amazing. You have a phenomenal RSW fish hold on the San Diego.
Yeah, we have an RSW fish hold on there, and the days of your fish rotting away in the burlap sack, and especially in this weather we've had recently.
Seriously.
It has been hot.
Yes.
You catch a 20-pound yellowfin tuna first thing in the morning, and it sits in the bag until
raisin in the afternoon
until 5 at night. Yeah,
it's gonna be like mush.
It's gonna not be so hot.
Yeah,
so,
but you put it in the RSW, man. It's
beautiful. Yeah.
Filleting on the boat. How is the new regulations that take effect on Thursday going to change for you guys?
It's not going to change for us much.
Okay.
Our guys have got their system down. Actually, Fish and Game has a video out and some pictures on how to fillet a tuna now properly.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid that is filleting that fish in that video is my deckhand.
Oh,
Ryan.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's the one
with Jim Hughes.
With Jim Hughes.
Yeah.
So he's the one that showed Fish and Game how we're going to fillet this now.
And that's available on the SAC website.
Yep.
You can see that. You can link that through the Let's Talk Hookup website and watch how it's done.
Yeah.
It's not that hard if you know how to do it.
It's not that hard. It's going to change their technique a little bit. You have to put the collar and the belly in there. Each fish needs to include 4 pieces of meat, a collar with the belly, including the anal vent, and everything needs to be in one bag.
In one bag. Do you have to have bigger bags?
No, we
Hopefully.
Yeah. Where it's going to be difficult is if one of these 200-pound bluefin tuna wants to get filleted.
Oh, man. So, then what, right?
Yeah. You're gonna need
then you might want to give it to Rosie and Shauna Fisherman's
Then you're going to need a big bag.
Yeah. I want to see the giant blue 55-gallon bag trash bag. Number 6 here.
Yeah.
Here's your 200-pound bluefin tuna.
Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming away, including a big block of your phone calls. You stay tuned. It is Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Doing business with the right company always pays off, and Job Site Supply is that kind of company. Selling commercial contractor supplies since 1987, Job Site Supply specializes in quality and service. With lines like Milwaukee Electric Tools, their name says it all. Dependable job site delivery on the newest Milwaukee tools like the M12 Compact Vacuum and the M18 Cordless Shears. With an expansive inventory and knowledgeable staff, make Job Site Supply your source for Milwaukee tools. Check JobSiteSupplyCo.com for more details.
It's time to get excited about fishing, and Point Loma Sport Fishing has everything you'll need. They offer half-day and three-quarter-day trips daily, perfect for families and the novice or seasoned fishermen. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips, targeting the best of seasonal catches. Visit their website at pointlomasportfishing.com, where you can purchase tickets online and get more information on the trips available, or call 619-223-1627.
If you are ready to experience a real Alaska fishing adventure, check out Whalers Cove Lodge in Angoon, Alaska. The calm waters around Whalers Cove are 100 miles from any large towns, so you will enjoy a wilderness adventure without any crowds. Whalers Cove Lodge has some of the best salt and freshwater fishing in Alaska, and there is no need for a bumpy boat ride for hours. You can find productive fishing for salmon, halibut, and rockfish just 10 minutes from the lodge. Whalers Cove also offers fantastic freshwater fishing in wilderness streams for wild salmon and trout. The Whalers Cove experience will fulfill your wildest Alaska dreams on the calm water of the Inside Passage or on a spectacular stream. It's your choice every day at the Whalers Cove Lodge. After fishing, you will dine on fabulous meals created daily by the Whalers Cove chefs and relax in your comfortable room or cabin. Learn more about this exciting Alaska destination on their website at whalerscovelodge.com or call 800-423-3123. Whalers Cove Lodge, a real Alaskan fishing adventure.
My angler H2O. Like the mighty flounder, I will keep one eye on the pole and the other watching for rogue waves. I'll save water by taking shorter showers and enthusiastically celebrate Talk Like a Pirate Day. I will chat up the locals before launching in unfamiliar waters. And I will always, always wear my life jacket.
What's your H2O? Tell us at BoatCalifornia.com. The California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways reminds you to wear it, California.
It's Yamaha's Super Sizzlin' Summer Sales Event. For limited time, eligible new 60 to 350 horsepower four-strokes include 2 free years of Yamaha extended service. And eligible new 2.5 to 50 horsepower four-strokes include up to $3,000 in dealer credit. Reliability starts here. Yamaha. Offer ends August 31st, 2015. Subject to change at any time. Other restrictions and conditions apply. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. This promotion cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Phones are packed. They want to talk to Captain Ryan Bostian from the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing, so let's do it.
You got it. How about we talk to Leslie calling from Irvine this morning? Good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Leslie.
Hi, guys. My question is for Skipper Ryan, and I wanted to tell you that the San Diego is a really nice boat. I was watching you on TV this morning, and you guys were throwing jigs. And my husband mentioned that he wants a new jig stick and reel for his birthday coming up, and I was wondering if you could make me a recommendation.
Yeah, thank you, Leslie. Thanks for the kind words. Does he want a custom jig stick, or does he want a factory-wrapped one?
Well, he'd probably be happy with either of those. I know he wants to use it for yellowtail.
Yeah, there is a lot of different jig sticks out there. Has he fished a surface iron before for yellowtail? Is this going to be his first jig rod?
All the time on your boat.
Oh, okay. I would probably get a fiberglass 90J. That's a great rod, a great all-around 9 foot. Maybe you could pick his brain a little bit to see if he likes a graphite rod or if he likes a fiberglass rod. Maybe have the kids ask him or something. So tip off your plans.
I think he tends to favor fiberglass.
Okay, yeah. CalStar 90J, CalStar 100J, they're all great rods.
The difference between the 90 and the 100 is it's 9 feet versus 10 feet.
Yes, yeah. Maybe find out if he wants a 9 footer or a 10 footer.
And then reel, what are you going to recommend?
The only reel to use is a Trinidad 20A, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's the best one on the market. I wouldn't use anything else.
There you go.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Something that'll last him a lifetime.
Yes.
Well, great. Thanks for the recommendation. I get a little lost in the tackle store.
Sure.
Go talk to Rick. He'll set you up.
No problem.
All right, Leslie, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. We appreciate that. Leslie's right there in Irvine. She could also go down to her neighborhood Turner's Outdoorsman down there in Fountain Valley.
There you go.
Right down the street there. Jump in there and talk to the experts in there.
There you go. Good luck, Leslie. Appreciate that. Let's next up talk to Ralph, who's calling us from Maywood this morning. Good morning, Ralph. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning. How you doing this morning, guys?
Great. Good morning.
Yes, I just wanted to ask you a question. As we're going into And the season, do you see the season going like in the past years in the 90s that it went into October, and also in the 80s when it went into October also on the schools of fish?
Nobody knows for sure, but all the signs are there that it will. We're with the way we fish these days on the boats with the sonars and stuff. Most seasons, if the weather stays good, there's going to be an opportunity to catch something. Whether late in the year like that, whether it be deep water yellowtail around the Coronado Islands, whether it be these offshore tuna that stick around, it's really going to depend on the weather. I can remember the last strong El Nino we had. I was working on a commercial lobster boat in the wintertime, and we had a 1 month straight at Mission Bay where we couldn't get out of the harbor.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. We could not get out of the harbor. So El Nino,
because of the waves?
Because of the waves, yeah, because of the storm. So
wow.
El Nino is great and all for bringing up warm and exotic species. There's a flip side to it, too.
Yeah.
We could have
stormy.
Yeah, we could have some nasty weather. So
and that's mostly in the winter?
That was in the wintertime, yeah. It was like January, I believe.
Yeah.
I think all of January we were unable to go pull our traps.
Oh,
Gee.
And needless to say, probably most of the traps were gone
A lot
by the time
of them,
you got there.
A lot of them were gone, yeah.
Wow.
There was a 30-day period. That was the year. That was the year that the end of the South Jetty broke off.
Oh.
And they put that red can in front of Mission Bay that year. And I can remember one day my boss called me and said, "Okay, it looks like we might be able to go out tomorrow. We'll be down at the boat at daylight." And we started heading out of the harbor, and we saw waves breaking over the top of that red can.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
In front of the harbor. And he turned around and said, No, we're not going to be able to make it today either.
What year was that?
I think it was 1998 or 97.
Okay, the 97.
Somewhere in there, yeah. Unbelievably powerful ocean.
If I were betting, I would bet we are definitely going to catch tuna on Halloween this year.
Oh,
would that be a safe bet?
It sure looks like it.
Yeah.
It sure looks like it.
Yeah, maybe beyond.
Yeah.
So be ready. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
Dave in Poway, you're up next on Let's Talk Hookup. Dave, thanks for joining us this morning.
Hey, got a question on proper gaffing techniques and the length of the gaff and the size of the hook for a private boat.
Boy, good question.
Yeah. You guys might be able to answer the proper gaff length and all that for a private boat. But as far as technique, what we use on the sport boats is we start out our young kids at the dock while the boat's still tied to the dock, and we'll have them gaff aluminum cans out of the water, just to get practice down.
Sure.
And
that's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
No, it's not easy. You want to always keep the fish between you and the boat. You don't want to swing inside out. You don't want to put the gaff between the fish and the boat and swing that way. You want to go over the top of the fish and bring it towards the boat.
So gaff hook down.
Gaff hook down, yes.
Always. Yeah.
Always gaff hook down and a nice smooth stroke. You don't need to rip into this fish super hard. Just a nice smooth pulling motion towards the boat. And, the hook's going to go in it.
Yeah, but never. So that's a good point. So always keep the fish between the gaff and the boat.
Yes.
That's a really good way to say it.
Keep the fish between the gaff and the boat.
Yeah. And to be able to do that, the gaff hook has to be down.
Gaff hook has to be down.
So then you'll never make the mistake, which you see a lot with inexperienced gaffers, of trying to gaff it with the gaff hook up.
Gaff hook up and pulling up. It's just real unnatural.
Yeah.
And, it just, like anything else, practice is what it takes. And, I see a lot of guys or, even people on the boat, give me a headshot, aim for the head. And the head is a weird part of the fish where there's places where you can get the perfect shot and the gaff's not going to rip out. There's also a lot of places on a fish's head where you're going to hit it and the gaff will bounce right off.
Exactly.
Or you can hit it on the head up towards the mouth or something and the gaff will rip out.
Right.
I believe that a perfect place to gaff a fish is in the belly. By the two little fins down there.
Oh, really?
It's strong. It's not coming out.
Yeah.
Everyone wants the, magazine cover headshot, gaff shot. Yeah, but it's risky.
Yeah, kind of like hooking a sardine in the belly hook in the sardine. Kind of that same idea.
Same idea. Yeah,
Okay.
it's you're not going to damage your loins, and it's also very strong. You can lift them right over the rail.
Good idea. What about digging? A lot of times you see guys digging down 2-3 feet into the water to try and get a shot at the fish.
Yeah, there's times you have to kind of dig. Most of the time you don't. You don't want to. You don't want to. Wait for a good shot. And here's one thing too. There's a lot of things that the angler can do to make the gaff shot much easier. Laying it out. Not having this thing swimming upright and skipping along the surface. And there's some fish that are just, no matter what you do, they're hard to gaff.
Right.
They're really hard to gaff.
Squirrely,
Dorado, small yellowtail, small yellowfin tuna can be real squirrely and swimming upright next to the boat. A 20-pound yellowtail is about the easiest fish to gaff out there.
So how does one make it easy for you to gaff a fish?
Not pulling super hard at the end of the fight. Lay it out nice and smooth. When fish are hooked, they're going to exert as much energy as they have to. When a fish isn't being pulled on that hard, they'll come right to the boat a lot of times.
Yeah.
At the end of the fight, don't try to go madman mode and try to wind this thing in like,
nice and easy.
Nice and smooth. Lay it out, Wait for the perfect shot if you're the gaffer, because it'll come.
The other thing I see on a private boat a lot of times is guys will wind right up too tight.
Yes.
And right to the tip of the rod, which really makes it hard.
Makes it hard because you have 1 foot of line out.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, too. Don't wind it too close to your tip.
Yeah.
Leave a lot of line out. That's going to help your gaffer out tremendously. So there's a lot of things that the angler can do to help the gaff shot.
As far as length of the gaff, it definitely depends on your private boat, but 6 to 8 feet overwhelmingly is the most popular for a private boater. And get one that's long enough that, think about it, because you're standing on the boat and it's 3 feet just to get to the water, and you still need to reach out. That fish doesn't come up alongside the boat. So 6 to 8 feet is the most popular. 6-footer is overwhelmingly the most popular gaff length that we sell at the tackle shop to a private boater, and 2 to 3 inch on the hook size.
2 to 3 inch.
Honestly, everything that we catch for the most part as a private boater, a 2-inch hook is just fine. A 3-inch hook is definitely better if you're taking big fish all the time, but there's other fish that a 3-inch hook isn't as good for. Halibut, or easier certainly with a smaller hook. But I would say if you got a 6-foot gaff with a 3-inch hook, it will handle every single thing that you're going to catch on a private boat.
That's what's on my boat. Those AFCO gaffs. I like the fiberglass as well. The fiberglass AFCO gaff with the wrapped handle.
It's got
such a great.
Yeah, it's got a Turk's head at the top and the bottom, so your hand doesn't slide off. It's all wrapped with tuna cord, so it doesn't slide in your hand, but it's still pretty skinny, so you push it through the water real easy. That's a really good gaff.
Yeah, indeed. You like a 3-inch hook?
Yeah, the ones we buy, they have numbers for sizes, and I forget, it might be a 7/0 or something.
Yeah.
Same size hooks that the private boats are using.
There you go. Hey, thanks a lot for the call. Good question. We never get,
that
is important.
Good info.
Yeah.
And it's something that we really don't discuss a lot on Let's Talk Hookup. Here's a guy that comes in and catches some big ones, and that's Captain Marcus Medak on the New Low End. Good morning, Marcus.
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
Doing great. We were talking about you before the show and our friend Sanford Morita and his big fish, huh?
Marcus is the big fish man.
He is.
Yes.
Well, so far not yet today. We're looking. We're in search of here. But yeah, we had a pretty darn exciting week here. We had shots on them on just about every trip here so far this week. So far not yet today, although yesterday I don't think it was about till 10 o'clock or so that we started seeing those things. So we've got our fingers crossed here in search of. But yeah, it's been pretty cool being actually able to hatch shots at fish like that. Yesterday I think we hooked 5 of those big ones midday. We're up pretty exciting result right up on the surface, big fish chasing bait. And we managed to hook 5 of them. Unfortunately, 3 of them escaped. It's tricky. Everything's got to be just right. All your gear has to be just perfect, and still takes a little bit of luck because we're able to hook them a little bit now, which a few weeks ago we couldn't even do that. For the most part, it was almost impossible. They're reacting better when you can find them now. But there's still off the hook on really heavy enough tackle that you'd want. I mean, if it were up to me, I'd be trying to tie into them on 80 and 100 pound, but for the most part, it seems like we've had to drop down to 50 or 60, and some of these fish, that's marginal.
How big was that fish that Sanford had the other day?
That one was 189, and we had another one that day that was 130. Yesterday we had one that was right around 100, another one that was about a 140. So they're nice ones. And the trip before the one that Sanford came out on, we hooked half a dozen fish at night, and they were all lunkers. I mean, they were same size class for sure. Very heavy fish.
Crazy.
Yeah. Wow, you're getting them, Marcus. And what kind of trips are you running on the New Land right now?
Overnight and day and a half trips. Yesterday we were just out on an overnight trip. We're on a day and a half here today. So far it's tough. You know, it's tough for everyone here right now. These fish are down. We're not seeing it right now anywhere. Nobody's reporting anything. But you know, there's a lot of biomass here. It's just it's not up. We're trying to be patient here and looking around. We had a couple different areas where we saw a real good sign of those big ones yesterday, and we don't see it here today. So either they're down or they moved a little bit. Hopefully we can get them located here before too long.
All right. Well, if somebody wants to jump aboard New Loan, how do we do it, and when's availability?
Well, we have an overnight trip tomorrow night, like I said, and I think there's space on that. Other than that, I think we're booked up here this week. The following week, I know we have a couple of trips open, but if you're interested, the best thing to do is just check out the Point Loma Sport Fishing website, pointlomasportfishing.com, or call the landing there, 619-223-1627, Point Loma Sport Fishing. They can help you out. So anyway, we're pretty stoked. It's pretty freaking cool to be fishing here locally and have a real honest chance here on a lot of trips of getting 100-pound plus tuna. So,
man,
so rad.
Unbelievable.
Awesome. Catch a 100-pounder and you can see Point Loma in the background.
Yeah, how about that?
Pretty
huh?
amazing.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Captain Marcus Medak, New Loan, thanks for the check, Marcus. Really appreciate that, and keep getting those big ones. What a opportunity of a lifetime.
It
wild,
is.
man.
And there's some big yellowfin around, too.
There is.
Yeah.
There's yellowfin up to 75 pounds jumping around, and who knows what we're going to see this year. There could be a 200-pound yellowfin caught locally here.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Catching
So
blue
cool,
marlin from the half day. Who knows, right?
Yep.
Gosh,
Right.
anything could happen this year. It's that type of year.
It's weird.
Yeah, but we'll take it, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Legitimate, good yellowtail fishing at the Whistler Buoy in Point Loma.
Yep.
I mean, pretty amazing. I remember when I was a little kid, we used to talk about catching striped marlin at the Whistler once in a while, right?
We hooked a marlin on Thursday. It was
did you?
The first fish of the trip that we hooked.
Wow.
was a marlin.
I'll be darned.
Holler at your boy with those numbers.
They're coming. They're coming.
I think it was on the Shimano Let's Talk Hookup trip.
Oh, it was?
I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Certainly some crazy good fishing. Well, hey, let's jump back into the phones. We're going to talk to Shane. Shane's calling us from Long Beach this morning. Hi, Shane. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hi, Shane.
How you doing?
Great.
Hey, you guys were talking about poppers earlier. Now, are those the freshwater or are they saltwater?
They're made for saltwater. Yeah. Yozuri makes some. Halco makes some. There's a few.
Yeah, Williamson makes some.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good poppers available. But you said the size were the smaller one. Usually there's like two saltwater sizes. A big one, which would be like 7-inch or 8-inch, Rick. I mean, you know better. But the ones you say are working better here are the maybe 4-inch.
Yeah, the ones that we like on the San Diego are pretty small. They're 4 inches long or something. Don't get me wrong, there's times when those great big ones will work just fine.
Yeah.
But you get more bites on a small one.
On a small one.
Yeah.
I mean, we carry poppers literally from like 3.5 inches to 12, and I think we probably have 4 different manufacturers of poppers that we sell in the tackle store, and then of those 4 manufacturers, different sizes and styles. It became such a popular and let's face it, just a fun way to catch them last year that we kind of we went in heavy, as I know a lot of other really good tackle stores did the same thing. So, I mean, it's going to be more option and easier to find them. That Williamson Jet Popper was like a really good one last year because it casts a long ways, but it's still pretty short, and it's got pretty stout treble hooks on it.
Really good action, too.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing to it. There's some of those really into it East Coast, an exotic place popper guys are into these crazy fancy poppers that I'm sure worked with perfect technique are probably better. But for out here, all we do is kind of turn the handle, move the rod a little bit, so a good flat face. It doesn't have to be a giant cup or anything, but just a good flat face is just easy, as long as it'll chug a little bit. And a popper that floats is a fairly important thing, too, because they don't all float. Some guys, again, other places like a sinking lure for whatever reason. But anyways, out here, a fairly small one that you can cast a long ways that floats seems to be about the
one
best.
of the most exciting bites.
It's
the
a lot of fun.
It is the coolest.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
fun.
That Williamson Jet Popper, the other nice thing about it is good hooks, lots of actions, right size, and inexpensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're under $20. It's a good lure.
All right. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Justin in San Francisco, you're up next on Let's Talk Hookup.
San Francisco. Wow.
Hey, Justin.
Good morning, Justin.
Hey guys. Thanks for having me on. Been listening for a while. Rick, Ryan, Pete, pleasure to meet you guys.
Thanks.
I'm heading out to go striper fishing with my buddy right now, and we're looking to the future here. Taking my first 4.5-day trip out of Fisherman's Landing in a few weeks on the Polaris Supreme.
Right.
Nice.
And I've done a few single-day trips, but never done the multi-night overnight. I have a little bit of a tendency for seasickness, and looking for a little advice from you guys on maybe what some good tips for me on the surface iron will be like, and just some good advice for a first-timer on an overnight.
All the long-range boats have just phenomenal offices now where you could call them, and I could give you, some information, but they can certainly give you better information because it's their businesses, their boats, and they'll give you real-time information on what's going on. But just an assortment of different line sizes you want to bring out there, 25 to 60-pound outfits, a surface iron rod to fish yellowtail. A lot of these 4, 5, and even 7-day trips are fishing pretty close to home right now. At least a couple days of their trip. So
but by mid-August, who knows, right?
Yeah,
With the way things are right now, conditions are changing every day. So I think Ryan's advice of calling the office.
Call the office.
Find out, like the week before, find out what's going on and what you should bring. But that assortment of tackle there of 25 to 60 pound is probably a good starting point.
Yeah, you'll probably be fishing a lot of 30-pound tests on a trip like that. That'd probably be the standard, but, call Tommy and Susan, and they'll get you dialed in.
They'll get you dialed in now. As far as the seasickness goes, some of these compounding pharmacies are compounding scopolamine, like the patch. A lot of guys can't, or girls can't handle the patch, but you can dose the compounding, and they'll put it in a tablet form for you. And a place that was kind of promoting it at the Fred Hall show is a UC Care Pharmacy, compounding. They're in San Diego, but there's several types of compounding pharmacies, probably one right there in San Francisco, that if you ask them to compound scopolamine for you, they'd probably do it. But if you want to call UC Care, it's 858-397-1797. And are you listening to us on the Mighty 1090 app?
Yes, I am.
All right, very good. Well, Justin, thanks for being a first-time caller with us. Have a great trip, and thanks for joining us. Spread the word up there in San Francisco. Lots of hardcore fishermen.
No doubt about that. Hey, when we come back, we're going to find out what lucky guy's going fishing aboard the San Diego, giving away a 3-quarter-day trip when we return on the Mighty 1090.
The fishing season started early, so now is the time to visit the best saltwater tackle store anywhere. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle. With more inventory than ever before, we know the demand is going to be huge this season, so why wait? Visit us now and get your pick of the best equipment. Hey, there are already tuna, yellowtail, and marlin in local waters, so gear up now for what could be our best season ever. Take advantage of our expert staff that knows how to outfit you the right way. Come by and see us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego or saltwatertackle.com.
Pete here to tell you about one of my favorite long-range boats, perfect for day-and-a-half to 7-day trips. That's Searcher Sport Fishing. The Searcher offers a top-of-the-line long-range experience at the best value available. The 95-foot Searcher features huge bait capacity, RSW fish holds, and plenty of room at the rail. Chef Charles puts out a spread you will be impressed with, and staterooms are air-conditioned and super comfortable. The crew, top of the line. Check SearcherSportFishing.com for more details and book online today. That's SearcherSportFishing.com.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Rancho Leonero is very family-oriented. People have brought their children down, and now they're bringing their children. It's not unusual to have 3 generations of family at the hotel. Grandpa, Dad, and normally sons, sometimes daughters. The families come back year after year, and it's a safe place for the kids. It's small, it's intimate, right on the water, 2 miles of beachfront. The water's very shallow in front. There's no currents to speak of, no waves. We have childcare, $10 a day for a babysitter. Security is high at Rancho Leonero. It's really unnecessary, but it adds up comfort level. And we really do encourage the families. It's a great place for family reunions, family get-togethers, weddings. We do it all. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. There's nowhere that I could think of to have the same atmosphere and the same experience that you get at Rancho Leonero. We love families.
Your hook is one of the most important parts of your fishing tackle, and that is why you should use the hook that sets the standard for quality and innovation. Gamakatsu, as Japan's leading hook manufacturer and growing at an amazing pace, Gamakatsu is responsible for introducing a unique tempering process to give Gamakatsu hooks superior strength and durability. Plus, the conically needle-honed points stay sharp. Gamakatsu offers a hook for every fishing situation, including the finest one-piece ringed hooks, light wire, standard and heavy-duty live bait hooks, and the popular Nautilus circle hooks. Get Gamakatsu hooks at your favorite tackle store and stay connected to that fish of a lifetime.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
Oh,
right. San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Hey, the big winner of the 3/4-day trip on the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing going to Travis in Point Loma. Travis, congratulations. There's nothing funner than fishing on the San Diego with the boys. You're going to have a great time.
Indeed. And you can use those passes right now. Go fishing with you. Not tomorrow, not the next day, but you need to make a reservation either way, right?
Make a reservation and come down and see us.
Yeah. How do we do that?
You call Seaforth Sport Fishing at 619-224-3383, or you can book online at seaforthlanding.com or through the boat's website, www.thesandiego.com.
And you need to make a reservation several days in advance.
Several days in advance. A week in advance this time of year would probably be the way to go.
All right.
I want to say real quick, too, great job on always keeping up on your Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. You guys do an awesome job with the boat, keeping everybody informed. And it's always, I know a lot of people out there always talk about how much they like seeing your reports every day. So good job on that.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, Ryan works hard at those. So Facebook, the San Diego.
Yeah, the San Diego, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff.
Just look it up. It's probably on your website.
Yep.
Link right through there.
Yes, it is.
All right, very good. Thanks, Ryan, and thanks for all the passes you give our listeners, too. We appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Very generous. We look forward to having you back soon. Look forward to having you back next Saturday and Sunday. Next Saturday, a different kind of show here on Let's Talk Hookup. We're going to have Garo and Kirby from Gannett Freediver or Gannett Freediving, talking freediving and all this big fish that guys are shooting and opportunities that you can jump in the water and catch your fish on the end of a spear. How about that? That's going to be next Saturday. And then next Sunday, Dale Hightower and Brian Evans from Seagar Fluorocarbon will be right here in the Mighty 1090 studios. Thanks for listening today. We'll see you next Saturday and Sunday right here on the Mighty 1090. Stay tuned. Bike Week Radio is next.